Hi, I'm Mark Polton. I'm a real estate investor in the greater Charlotte, North Carolina area. I want to talk today about what are you going to do? What is your plan for when you are not able to take care of yourself? So, my wife knows this woman whose her father died. He apparently fell off a roof, which is kind of ironic since I've been up on this roof today. Um, and her mother has dementia, and she has gotten with her brother for 6 months out of the year. She'll take her mom, and for 6 months out of the year, her brother will take her mother, and it's really putting a strain on this woman. We're going to call her Jill. So Jill goes to work every day, miserable. Jill, has allowed this to really uh, put a lot of resentment against her mother. And I can completely understand this. It's probably like having, two or three, you know, kids again that, are just completely dependent upon you. And you thought you were going to be done with that portion of your life. And, but the difference is this is an adult who can do more than kids can. And, has always taken care of themselves in their life and now has gotten to a point where they're no longer able to do that. And she yells at her mother. Jill's very resentful. Uh, Her husband is resentful, and it's just a shame. And my question to you is, what are you doing? Do you think about this? I think about this. I'm siding this house right here, so that we can get some rental income from it, because something like this is going to fund my retirement. It's going to fund my health care. It's going to fund my long-term disability, short of a complete collapse in the housing market or, an EMP or something like that. So, do you have plans? Have you thought about this? The one thing I don't want to do, granted, I don't have the most stellar personality. My kids probably resent the hell out of me, but the one thing I don't want to do is I don't want to be a burden on them. Even when I go into dementia, even when I don't know where I am, even when I think I'm on the moon or I'm an astronaut or something like that in my 80s or 90s, assuming my kids are still alive, I don't want to be a burden on them. I want to have the ability and the assets for someone, for them to be able to hire someone. We have this really great assisted living facility, and my wife was telling me about it. So she has a friend who parents got in there. They had a beach house, and they had to sell the beach house to put the down payment of $250,000 to get on the waiting list, and it took 8 years to get into it. But all the doctors around here, all the professionals, all the rich people, for lack of a better term, put their parents into this facility because it's rated one of the best in certainly in this area, absolutely the best in Charlotte. I want to be able to do that so that my kids can come and visit me, may not know who they are, but that I'm not affecting their marriages, I'm not affecting their relationships with their kids, I'm not making their lives miserable. And I just don't think that government pension programs, I don't think that military pension programs, I mean, look at Sears. Sears pension program basically bankrupted Sears because they couldn't innovate because they had to put all this money into their pension program. And now I think it's gone, or at least, there's not going to be any more money going into it to fund all the retirees that they have. Hopefully, if I do my job right, this right here behind me is what's going to help fund that. And the one thing that I can't account for, and granted I haven't put a whole lot of time into it, is if I'm no longer able mentally to manage my own estate, somebody's going to have to do that. And the one thing that I haven't accounted for yet, but I haven't looked into it, is if that person decides to rip me off. I'm not going to be in a position to know, most likely. And somebody could do it very quickly. If somebody became a trustee of all of our estate, they could easily sell the homes probably within a month. If they wanted to do a fire sale, they could probably do it within a couple of weeks. Take all those proceeds, get it into cash, and head out of town to, Cabo or Playa del Carmen, something like that. I don't know. So, anyways, these are my thoughts, and these are things that I think about. What do you think about, and what are your thoughts on, what are you going to be a burden to your children whenever you get to reach old age? Are you doing something about it now? I'd like to know what your ideas. Leave them in the comment section below. Remember to live the you won't stop me lifestyle, because I can tell you this, you won't stop me. And it's about three things: knowledge, wisdom, and power. Knowledge, wisdom, and experience. Once you have those three things, you don't have to worry about it, because even if somebody comes and takes it all away through a lawsuit, through a divorce, through whatever, you can get it all back. You can do it through a down economy. You can do it through an up economy. In fact, right now is probably the peak of the economy as far as the housing market goes. Had a great deal come through my email today. I'm going to talk it over with the wife. Might be getting our 13th investment property. I wish you success.